eyebrows are gonna look like this, okay? My eyebrows, they're about to look like that. So it is 8:40 in the morning right now on a Saturday. I have a lot of errands to run. I have to go to St. Paul. And just so you guys know, I did my usual skincare, and what I usually finish it off with is the Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop. So this is my favorite sunscreen that doesn't move my makeup when it's on underneath, and it actually does act as a primer. So normally I don't wear another primer on my face. However, for today, I did get the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer as well. There is a scent. It's kind of subtle though. It's not super overbearing. And I am using my makeup spatula here that's a stainless steel, and I'm going to grab some, put it on my fingers. Kind of what it's looking like. Ooh, do you see that cast? Okay. I'm just going to really rub it in. I mean, it claims to be universal, but I'm kind of wondering if it kind of gave me a cast on my face. So the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, it's a universal sheer, and it's with hydrating squalane. And I do gotta say that it does feel nice. Okay, I gotta stop touching my face because it says I have to let it set for 30 seconds before putting on my foundation. Okay, moving into foundation, I am using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish. It's supposed to be like a satin finish. This is in the shade 210 Natural for neutral undertones. Now, I don't know how this is gonna go. I picked this up at CVS, so I couldn't do swatches. So we are praying that it's close, or else I can, majorly bronze my face if this is not the correct shade. I did buy the e.l.f. makeup sponge, and it became huge, you guys. This became huge when I ended up washing it. Ooh. Ooh. There is quite a strong scent to this, you guys. This is not the right shade. I probably should have gone a shade or two darker than natural. I do like this beauty sponge of theirs. And I'm gonna have to bring this down to my neck. Normally I don't wear makeup really low on my neck, but I'm going to have to not notice how pale my skin is. It's very, very perfumey. It ain't florally. It's like, it reminds me of when I was younger and I would smell old grandmas at church. This is like a light to medium coverage. Now, I've never worn e.l.f. foundation before, so I'm gonna really bring it in for a close-up so you guys can see how it's kind of settling into my skin. Besides the shade being a tad too light, it does sit nice on my skin. It really does. So I'm not too mad at it. I don't know if I can handle that perfume though. We'll see as the day goes on if I still smell like it. Alright, coming up next, I have the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish. So with this concealer, and I will tell you guys, e.l.f. had a lot of different types of concealers. So when I swatched this, it's very thick in consistency. Very thick. Taking the beauty sponge here, I'm gonna just dab this. The consistency was very, very thick, I noticed, and very, very light. And I'm kind of nervous because my foundation is already too light, so now I'm gonna have this as well. And when I do my concealers, I just do very, very minimal amounts underneath my eye. Oh man. Oh, it blended out pretty well. Okay. It has a scent, but it's I don't know. I feel like my nose is messed up now from the fragrance from the foundation, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to bronze like crazy, man. Okay, I have to say, you guys, with the putty primer, the foundation, and the concealer, it really doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. So that is a plus. But the fragrance, again, yes, I know I'm complaining a lot about the fragrance. I normally don't mind fragranted items, not a good scent. And I am going to do the best I can with bronzing and toning this down because it is very, very light. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but it's not what I'm used to. Okay, moving on, we have the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. I have high hopes for this because this is for the light and medium range, and okay, we shall see. I do like their little sponge here. It feels nice. I have no idea what's about to happen. Okay. Oh, yes. Come to me. It's darkening my face. I mean, this is great for me right now. But I don't know about this for anybody else if you have your actual shade in the correct foundation color. Oh, this is nice. I'm putting it all over my face, y'all. It's gonna help me. Trust me. I like the sponge applicator. It's very soft. I do have to say I like it a lot more now. Because yeah, it's pretty mattifying. Normally I don't go for this mattifying on my face. Just because I have dry skin. So this though, the shade, I'm really happy with the shade. And again, everything feels really lightweight. I can kind of now feel that I have something on my skin, but it's not super terrible or really heavy feeling. Next, we have the e.l.f. Contour Palette. So the powder palette, it holds 4 shades. You could mix and match. I am excited to give this a try. Now, I do not have an e.l.f. brush for contouring, so I'm going to use one of mine. Take my pick. I don't know which one it's called, but it's a Real Techniques brush. Going into the darkest shade, I think I'm going to mix it with the bronzing one next to it. There is no name for the 2 darker shades. Let's see how this is going to look. Let's switch it up. All right, I'm gonna go with the Tarte brush here. It's got a fan on one side, and then this is more so for contouring the nose. So let's, again, I'm gonna be mixing the 2 dark shades, and let's just see how this goes. It's hard to contour my nose because the brush is so big. So this is a thinner type of brush. Let's try this again. Alright, taking the small end, I'm going to go into the lighter shade, the second lightest shade, and I'm just going to go in, highlight this. I mean, I will say I'm not mad at it, but I don't feel like the color payout is that nice. And I definitely feel like I have to work it a lot more than I would with any of my other types of contour sets. I mean, my contour sets runs from, you know, Anastasia to Tarte, you know, and I love the Tarte ones. So I did get the e.l.f. blush palette for the shade Light. I do have this e.l.f. brush that is very, very old. The bristles look terrible, but we're gonna try it. And if all fails, I will use my Real Techniques one. Ooh, okay. Let's just mix the 2 bottom shades. Oh my God, this brush is not a good one. I feel like it's gonna be really harsh. Ooh. Let's blend this sucker out. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna use my Real Techniques blush brush. There's actually a lot of fallout in this container here now. Ooh. Okay. I will definitely say that I like the blushes a lot more. I can see myself using the blushes. Can y'all see the difference between brushes? I mean, to be fair, that e.l.f. brush that I have there, ancient. Like 10 years ago, I think. I'm gonna go back into my sheer tint finishing powder, and let's see if we can try to salvage this higher part up here. Better. All right, moving into highlighter, I did buy the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter Moonlight Pearls. So you can create a radiant glow with this illuminating powder, and it highlights. So I am going to use this domed type of Real Techniques brush, and let's just grab some of the product and let's just try it out. Ooh, okay. I do like the highlighter. It's nice. All right, moving into brows. With the brows, I did get the gel and powder eyebrow kit in light. This was the only one that they had left. Dun 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 dun, it cracked. There is this ridiculous little brush that comes with it. So I actually went and bought the e.l.f. dual-ended brow tip there. So this is the lighter one. All right, I'm gonna go into the dark gel. Can y'all see anything? Okay, I'm really working this into the product to try and pick it up. I'm trying to press really hard on my eyebrow to deposit the color. All right, let's just see. Is it like, it's not even like, let's just, okay. I think I have to really push it down. I mean, what kind of eyebrows are gonna look like this, okay? My eyebrows, they're about to look like that. You know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to run the spoolie into the wax to act like a mascara and then brush it on. All right, so I really went into it. I got some product on here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There we go, now we're talking. Oh, that was so much better. So, I mean, it's still not great, you guys. I mean, like, I'm finding that they're harder. It's getting harder to move them. This looks terrible, but we're gonna move on. All right, moving on to my eyes. I did get the Rose Gold Nude. So this is their palette here, and I do have some old e.l.f. brushes. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this looks. So just so you guys know, I also have these luxy types of brushes. So I'm gonna grab this one here to try and help blend better. Okay, and these shades do not have a name. These are more neutrals than what I would normally like to wear. So I'm gonna go into this medium dark brown shade. So I will say it's a very buttery type of formula. It is pigmented, you know, I definitely can see it. Now I have gone back in about 3 to 4 times, but you know, it's definitely workable. I'm gonna go now into this neutral shade right here. Let's just see how that sits on top. Oh yeah, it's kind of nice. So I'm gonna grab this shade here with my finger, and let's just top it in the center, in the front corner of my eye. I do like the formula. I do not like the shades. So since that was darker than I was anticipating, I'm gonna go into this lighter shade here, the cleaner finger. Yeah, I don't know about that. It's looking brighter. e.l.f. brush. It is the eyeshadow brush. So I am going to go into this darker tone here at the end. Give this a nice shading. It's looking charcoaly. Okay, let's go into the Luxie Large Shader 209. I'm gonna go into this darker one here, and I'm gonna see if it has a better payout. Ooh, it's black. So let's be careful here. Yeah, this is a daytime look. I'm gonna be honest, I have not used black on my eye in a long time. The Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush. And let's blend this all out. What happened to my face? Huh. Okay, taking my favorite P82 Precision Round, and I'm gonna really work at it because it ain't moving. So this is actually a concealer brush by Luxie as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go into this lightest shade, and I am going to put it in the top arches. Ooh. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, I think I can just blend it out. Oh yeah, there we go. That was kind of scary. Alright, we're gonna use one of these older e.l.f. brushes here, like the shading one here, the eyeshadow one, and I'm just gonna try to blend that all together. Let's see how much this can fix things. It's okay. We're gonna move on. I'll fix it later. All right, I'm gonna put my liner and lashes on, and then I'll be right back. Right now it is 11:09 a.m. and it still doesn't look too bad. Obviously, you know, I have texture on my face, but I feel like, you know, regardless of what kind of foundation I am wearing, I will still see it anyway. So it is 1:07 p.m. and we're gonna say I've been wearing this since 9:30. I finished around 9:20ish. And so it's been 4 hours since I've been wearing this. All right, so this is a close-up of the face. So I have to say that this is actually wearing better than my Too Faced Born This Way foundation, because normally, like, because I have smile lines here, and normally it settles in more, like it's deeper. So I definitely feel that this is wearing better. We'll check back in later. I am in my favorite aisle. So it is almost 4 o'clock. I've been wearing this makeup since 6.5 hours now. And just doing a close-up. You can see it's starting to crease right here. I'm starting to get kind of greasy here. And I have been sweating a lot today because in Minnesota it was like 45 degrees earlier and I have my whole winter coat on. We've been going into Ulta and Nordstrom Rack. We're actually there right now. And honestly, it's been really, really hot. So I have been sweating. So the grease here, I think it's really just from sweating. But normally I just have dry skin type. So overall, I think this looks really good still. All right, I'll check back in later. All right, you guys, so it is officially 9:30 right now. So it is 9:31 p.m. It has been 12 full hours of wearing a full face of e.l.f. makeup. And you know what? I gotta say, today I've been sweating because it was like 45 degrees in Minnesota. I've had my big coat on. I ran into tons of stores. And you know, like beauty stores are really, really freaking hot. And we've gone out to eat twice today. So it's just definitely, I felt like I really put my face and everything under the gun. And honestly, it looks really freaking good still. I do notice though, I feel like it has set on my face really well. And this is more of like, it's now like my summer skin tone, because I look really, really bronzy and tan today. But I will notice that it didn't really cover right here. I actually have a sunspot. But when I wear other types of foundations and concealers, it does cover that. So I did notice that the e.l.f. concealer and foundation was not able to cover up my little sunspot there. However, I feel that this is really good coverage still. And it looks fantastic on my skin. It hasn't been cakey. It hasn't moved. It doesn't feel like it's been built up. And I still don't feel like I have anything on my skin. So it still feels really good. I mean, I'm definitely ready to take off the makeup. Don't get me wrong, because it's been 12 hours. But you know, it's only 9:30 and I will check in before I actually take everything off for the night. All right, you guys, so it is 1:30 in the morning. I have had several drinks and I am so ready to take this off of my face. But I wanted to give you guys one last update. It has been 16 hours since I have worn all of this. I have done no touch-ups whatsoever. So this is currently the condition of my face. And I definitely did ask people, you know, like, how do you think my makeup is wearing? And everybody has definitely noticed, because normally I don't do these type of shades for my eyes. Many people have commented that it's a little bit muddy looking. So definitely when it comes to the e.l.f. eyeshadows, I do not like them. I do not like the eyebrows. What I do love though, I think it's really going to be coming down to the putty, the face primer. It's going to come down to, I do like the concealer because it has not really settled that deeply into my fine line. The concealer has definitely held up. I still feel like my face is definitely highlighted well. Yes, I could do with a touch-up, but I haven't touched it up at all day. And I definitely think the lip gloss is, you know, it's just a lip gloss. Lip plumping, it's just a slight menthol. It's not really lip plumping. My blush is still there. The highlighter I still feel is there as well. The highlighter has stayed. Yep, you can definitely see it right here. I definitely think that the Fix spray that I had put on my face has definitely helped as well. But like throughout the day, with sweating, with running around, I did tons of errands. I went to tons of stores, in and out of the car, eating. I had a seafood boil today. And so like my chin area and everything, it looks great. It does really look great. I could do with a touch-up, and it is time that I take off my makeup. So overall, with the full face of e.l.f. makeup for 16 hours, it has really held up. I will continue to use several of their products, but again, I will not use their eyeshadow or their eyebrow or really their contouring, just because I felt like I really had to blend it in. It was a lot of work. It really wasn't worth it for the payout. But everything else I really did end up liking. So that is it for this very long video. Thanks for watching, you guys.